Peace and good day. Just give me a moment, just getting this set up. Okay, we are live. All right, perfect. Perfect. So this is Tamu and Gina, Priestess Heart. What's in your mug this morning? What is in my mug is organic English breakfast tea with a little bit of black Assam in it. So just getting our readings together. Today we are going to look at hexagram number 17, Grand Rising Pavel. We're going to look at hexagram number 17. Oh, and I'm so excited. Well, I just registered for the Cannabis Fest coming up in October, and Ras Naim and his lovely wife, Carla, Sister Carla. Hopefully, if everything goes well, you have to wait for the festival people to approve your application, etc. But I'm hoping that we will be co-partners sharing a booth at the festival this year. So you should come out and check us out, Pavel, and check out all the onks. So I'm just waiting for the final word, and once that's done, I can go ahead and make the official announcement. Don't you just love these onks? I have 2 onks that I wear every day. Welcome, Divine L. Welcome. Happy Moon Day to you as well. And I use these onks for channeling energy, use them for meditation. They're really good with running energy. It's a little bit of cat hair. Yes, they are. So these are two of my onks. And I'll set those aside. You know how easy it is for me to get distracted. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I had an amazing weekend. I'm involved with this holistic retreat organization that is working on revamping, and we had our soft open weekend. A lot of people camped out. I ended up staying over one night. Did not plan to originally, but always staying open to what Spirit has to offer. And I walked on fire embers, did that twice. And that was like overcoming an immediate fear, which my fear was to have my feet burned on the bottom or the top. But I did it, and then I did it again, and it was an amazing experience. And then I also received, I think it's pronounced rape. It's a South American indigenous practice. You take the ash of a certain type of tree, and it's mixed with tobacco, and then it's mixed with some powerful indigenous tree medicine, and it's put inside of like a horn tube, and then the shaman blows it up your nostril. You take a breath, you hold, and then they blow it in your nostril. You release the breath through your mouth. You inhale again through your mouth, not your nose. And then they blow up another nostril. And it was quite literally almost akin to having wasabi, powdered wasabi, blown up your nose. Yes, what a plant medicine ceremony. It was, I cannot even begin to put into words the what happened. But the only way I can put it is like, you know how you say you light an incense, but it's actually going to be a lot faster than that, because there's another thing I'm thinking in my mind that we used to play with when we were kids. We light it and it burns up really quick and it turns to ash and it looks like this snake is forming, but I forget what those things are called, so I can't even think of it. But like, if you think of incense but burning 10 times faster, it feels like it's like purging the hollow cavern of your being, really burning out all of the crap and dross that doesn't belong there. And it was really powerful. And, I took this plant medicine, and I was sitting on the ground, I was sitting on a blanket, but very close to the ground. And I took off my shoes. And while I was processing and allowing this powerful medicine to go into my sinus cavities, and basically it felt as if it was just like burning everything out of me. I I grabbed my feet and I grabbed my toes, and I squeezed as hard as I could and just like pushed that energy out. It was powerful. It was powerful. Very healing. Very Now, healing is not the word. It's like burning away all of the dross and crap that grows up over your life. And it's very purifying, and intensely purifying and releasing. And it was funny because my friend received it, a very strong dose, and he found out that it was my first time. So he sort of, the guy administering, he gave me a slightly gentler version. And the next day I told him, I said, I talked about my experience, and I said, please don't take this the wrong way, but I wish you had just given me the full on. He's like, oh, I knew it was your first time. I said, I was ready to be obliterated. And what he gave me did have this like ego, uh, identity, just like this obliterating sense to it. I wanted more. And inside the cavern of my, it was like a hollow space, like my head space was like a well. I felt like the phoenix was rising. It was intense. It was intense. You have a beautiful day, Divine L. Okay, so let's move from there. If you have a chance to experience Harape, I definitely recommend it. Okay, so the card I pulled today from Eckhart Tolle, and this is The Power of Now. It's The Way Out of Pain. So I haven't read it yet. Small steps. I know you're right, Pavel, but it's like sometimes you're ready to just break on through to the other side. The body as physical form is an incredible misperception of your true nature. Your true nature is concealed somewhere within that illusion, not outside it. So the body is still the only point of access to it. Be aware of your inner space. And that Harape, for me, it definitely made me extremely aware of my inner space. And so I'll leave it there, because I guess the rest is really personal, but it was intense. So if you have an opportunity to um, sit with Harape and allow it to teach you and to show you, it's basically what it did. But small steps, small steps. Sometimes they're ready to jump and leap. All right, so we're going to read from the Tao Te Ching today. So I just opened it and opened straight up to verse 41. So I'll just read that. Observing, observing and nourishing paradox. When most people hear about the great integrity, they waver between belief and disbelief. When wise people hear about the great integrity, they diligently follow its path. When ignorant people hear about it, they laugh out loud. By this very laughter, we know its authenticity. It is said that enlightenment appears dark. The progressive way appears retrograde. The smooth way appears jagged. The highest peak of revelation appears empty like a valley. The clearest appears to be soiled. The greatest abundance appears insufficient. The most enduring inner strength appears like weakness, and creativity appears imitative. Great talents mature slowly, great sounds are silent, great forms look shapeless. Transcendent squareness has no corners. The great integrity hides behind all forms, stubbornly nourishing the paradoxes that can enlighten us. And as the wise sage Pavel says, small steps, small steps. And thank you, Pavel. Yes, put a like on that video. Okay, so hexagram, let's make a little bit of space here. So hexagram number 17, inspiring followers. We are looking at Lake Over Thunder. Lake Over Thunder. I enjoy watching the flow of the hexagrams and how they flow in and out. And if we look at this Lake Over Thunder, it's like a mirror image almost. Well, sort of. It's like flipped over. On the bottom, you have the masculine line as the foundation with two yin lines, two feminine lines. And then the transverse, you have two masculine lines as the foundation. And then one yin line. And the keywords are loyalty, adaptability, cooperation, trust, reliability, sensitive to others, service, and receiving guidance. And so that is inspiring followers. And these are great. This is a great hexagram and great keywords for interpersonal relationships. So Kursan Hong, treatment of hexagram 17. He refers to it as the chase. The chase, let's see. Okay. Sign of the great chase. Auspicious omen. No troubles. And starting with thunder. A house damaged. Good omen. Get out and achieve. Holding the boy and losing the man. Holding the man and losing the boy. Give chase and get what you sought. Good omen for settling down. Falling into a trap during the chase, unfortunate omen. On the open road, punishments await to expose the guilty. A penalty drink at the banquet, good omen. Imprisoned first, then set free. The king makes offerings at West Mountain. And that was Kursan Hong's treatment of hexagram 17, Lake Over Thunder, which he titles The Chase. And we will look at thunder, bagua. We always start from the bottom to the top. To shake or arouse, inciting movement, talking the initiative, excitation, revolution, division and impetus, catalyst, stimulation, impulse. The element is wood, the direction is east, the season is yellow path is summer solstice, the season Loshu 9 halls, cardinal autumn, life aspect, family, ancestry. Medically is related to the foot, legs, tendon, gallbladder, liver, sensory, motor system, sympathetic nervous system. Physical pain is the chakra is the throat chakra. The animal is the dragon. The archetype is the emperor. The immortal is Cao Guoji, patron of nobles and aristocracy. The empowered state of thunder is hexagram number 51. And another ceremony I enjoyed this weekend was a cacao ceremony, cacao blessing. And we also did blessing over the water. Okay, we're going to look at the lake, and that's Bagua number 2, lake. A fertile womb, receptivity for further growth, nourishment, receiving pleasure, tranquility, devotion, joy, satisfaction, stagnation, openness, intuition, vision. The element is metal. The direction is west. Season, yellow path, autumn equinox. Season, Loshu 9 halls, cardinal winter, life aspect, children, fertility, nurturing. Medically is related to the mouth, oral cavity, digestion, and reproductive system. Chronic pain or disease, nutrition, and sexuality. The chakra is the third eye. The animal is the sheep and also the tiger. The archetype is the diviner. The immortal is Zhongli Huan, patron of warriors, ceremonial magicians, and alchemists. The empowered state of a lake is hexagram number 58. And Benabel wins translation interpretation for this hexagram. To lead, you must first serve. A follower becomes the leader. Followers must come to you by their own volition. You cannot secure them by force or cunning. Force them and they will resist. Serve them and they will serve you. Reward loyalty with generosity. Trust in your own excellence. The leader acts with logic and detaches from emotions, but inspire your followers to act with emotion and detach from logic. Interesting. Interesting. The leader acts with logic and detaches from emotion, but inspire your followers to act with emotion and detach from logic. So you think about this in today's climate. You can see what has been used to sort of control people, get people to behave the way you want, or to get people to get other people to behave is through eliciting fear, which is a way of encouraging people to act through emotions. So we have to really be careful of what we are allowing to guide us and lead us throughout our day. Are we connecting through the emotion of fear? Are we connecting through the emotion of openness and acceptance? Are we trusting ourselves? Are we not balancing our minds and our hearts together when we're making decisions? Or are we purely only operating through our emotions? The leader acts with logic and detaches from emotion, but inspire your followers to act with emotion and detach from logic. Adapt to the circumstances. Change and perseverance bring you prosperity. Unlikely folk become your allies. Diversity is how you accomplish your objective. In the middle of lightning hexagram is Shunyata emptiness. In hexagram lake, you see the bottom horizon. Okay, so you mean in the thunder bagua. So the hexagram would be the total unit. So the bottom is the thunder bagua. So you're saying in the bottom hexagram is Shunyata emptiness, and the bagua, in the bagua, you see the horizon, shun. Very cool. I like that look. Yeah, it does look like the sun is rising up out of the lake. It's really cool the way we can look and interpret the Yao, the yin lines, and the masculine lines. Thank you for that, Pavel. Okay, where were we? We're going to look at Brian Brown Walker's treatment of hexagram number 17. And then we will bring this to a close. Okay. Hexagram number 17 following. Do not argue with what is, simply follow the progress of truth. And the shunyata. When I was explaining to someone at the holistic retreat what kind of to sum up that experience, I said the Harape experience reminded me of the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, and it reminded me of the Heart Sutra, It reminded me of emptiness, like reminded me of the emptiness that is within me, the true nature, just that void, but in a good way. So I'm using these words that might seem a little ominous or maybe negative, but it was like a clearing, a purging, and a releasing in that moment. So that's what you reminded me of, Pavel, the shunyata. Okay, do not argue with what is, simply follow the progress of truth. Wisdom teaches us that in order to obtain a following, the aid and agreement of others, we must first ourselves practice following. This is done by steadfastly observing what is correct and putting it into practice. In other words, we follow the sage. This hexagram comes to remind you to make it possible for others to be loyal and helpful to you by redevoting yourself to following inner truth. And Harape really clears out your your cavity so that you can better connect with your own inner truth. That is for sure. It is essential now to quietly accept the way that things are. This does not necessarily mean that you endorse or celebrate current circumstances, just that you do not resist them. Acceptance is the most fundamental principle in the philosophy of the I Ching. To resist events is similar to resisting the turning of the earth. You only exhaust yourself in vain. To resolve a difficult situation, Follow the good within yourself. Whatever correction is necessary is made possible in this way. The use of force or cunning will only breed resentment and misfortune. Peace blooms quickest where proper principles are given expression. Leading others is a delicate art, and our motto in this is always the sage. Proceed gently, with balance, staying unattached to results and free of egotistical pretensions. Lead the people by following the sage, and a good result will always lead. So we are admonished to lead the people by following the sage. So, in other words, to be a good leader, know thyself. Know thyself, know your inner workings, sit in your center within before proceeding. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. And let's see, where did I put my cards? Oh, here they are. So I just want to leave you with this imagery. Two things. Remember, you are the magician. You are the master of your own soul. You have everything you need to execute your own destiny, to create your own destiny. And remember the inner sage. Know your own inner strength and connect with that in every day and in every way. Have a great day. I wish you peace and great bliss. And don't forget to get out there, get fresh air, exercise, and until next time. And thank you, and thank everyone for being here. Peace. Until next time.